Hey, what's up, Facebook world? How are you guys all doing today? Let me get the live started on my phone so I can watch for comments and questions. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We've got some great stuff for you today. I've got a huge announcement. I got some great training that we're going to go through too. So make sure you jump in, ask any questions you have in the comments below, and I'll be glad to answer them. Let me get my screen share started and we will start. All right. So first of all, for those that don't know me already, my name is Diesel McLean. I built my first website in 1996 when I was 11 years old, and I've been doing digital marketing ever since. There's a picture of my beautiful daughter. I'll show you in a second. Jordan in the picture with me. The picture was taken about a year ago in our last hockey game before 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. I founded the OKNet community software in early 2018, where we begun development and launched our first 4 private softwares in February of this year, 2020. We partnered up with other reliable and established software companies whose software we've used and sold for a long time to offer their software too. We saw the need for these tools in our own business and others. So we build them, we use them, we sell them, and we allow our partnered resellers to sell them also. And they get to keep 100% of the revenue. So thank you for checking out our great software. Don't forget to check out our partnered reseller program. So we'll get into that more a little bit today. But first, let's jump right in. Again, we're going to have some information about a great opportunity for you, but we are also going to have some great marketing tips and stuff. So you guys have definitely wanted to stay tuned. Shouldn't take too long, probably about 20 minutes, and then we'll get this video wrapped up for you. But here we go. So first off, if you guys can grab a pen, a piece of paper, open a notepad, anything to take quick notes for the marketing aspect of this, or for the training aspect of this that we have coming up, you guys will definitely want to get that taken care of. So I'm going to show you a simple and easy to use software that will build your brand, collect leads, provide value, and drive sales. But first, I'll wait a second while you grab a pen. All right, so imagine this scenario for me. What if your business could have a very simple software that is custom branded for you and everyone uses it already? I'm listening. You listening? You paying attention? Thanks, Gilbert, for jumping in. What's up, Don? What's up, Bob? What if this software could build your brand, collect leads, provide value, and drive sales for you with the click of a single button? Did I pique your interest too? And what if you could send out an offer to all of your customers and leads with the click of a button? Boom. Think about that, the simplicity of reaching all of your leads with just a click of one single button. It literally is that simple. So now your business would begin growing and staying in touch with leads and making money on demand every single month on autopilot. Sound like a stretch? I used to think so too. We all did until it happened to us. So in the past 2.5 decades, I've helped to sell millions of dollars between my own products and services and the promotions I've created for my clients. I've also used this exact same thing I'm about to show you to become a highly sought after digital marketing consultant to other consultants and businesses across a variety of niche. The number one thing that you need for a business to be successful, and if COVID-19 and the pandemic and the world shutting down didn't prove it any more to you than anything else, this should. You need the list. Not my list, not someone else's list. You need your own list, the list. So as I've mentioned before to countless students, businesses, and consultants, the list is your most valuable asset. One of the things when COVID-19 first happened and everything went on lockdown, I had a bunch of people reach out to me who I've talked to for years, small businesses, other entrepreneurs and coaches, and they said, Diesel, you're right, I fucked up. I'm like, what do you mean? And they said, I needed a list. They said, I didn't take the time to create a list. And now I don't know how to get a hold of my customers to let them know we're still open, we're still in business, or that we've changed the dynamics of our business, but we can still help them out, get things done. So the list is by far the most important thing you need for any business out there that you're running or that you're doing. So when you first start out, you don't know where to go to find customers. And despite popular belief, it isn't cute anymore as an adult to make your family and friends feel pressured into buying things from you. We're not selling Girl Scout cookies and wrapping paper anymore. And so imagine this scenario: expensive marketing methods that only focus on getting new customers, which most of them are. Think paid ads, link building, content distribution, videos, all that kind of stuff. So you have to create the list of your clients and customers, whether that's past, present, future. But the question is, how do you do that in a cost-effective way for engagement and marketing that isn't spammy? Everybody knows that marketing works if you do it right. And there's plenty of ways to do it right. There's plenty of ways to do it wrong. There's plenty of ways to do it effectively. So, and everybody also knows that the internet offers one of the easiest ways to communicate. Heck, that's what we're doing right now. But also, if you do it right. So what you need is a proven solution in order to do it right. For digital marketing, there's so many different things out there. Expensive ones like paid ads. There's other things out there too that you can do that take a lot of time and effort. And if you don't do it right, you can spend hours of wasted time, decades, years, and money, tons of money too. So you have to find something that does it right for you. So in fact, if you are digital marketing right now and you're not getting the results you want, it probably has nothing to do with the way your message looks. It has nothing to do with how fancy it is, or how cool the pics or GIFs are, or what kind of service or equipment you use. But at the end of the day, it's not how your text looks or even what you say. It's all in how you say it. So there's a formula for saying it right. Like I said earlier, there's so many different ways that you can do it, but how you get your message across to people is what is going to sell or not sell, get you results or not get you results. So there's a formula for saying it right. And here it is. This is where you want to start taking notes. So step one, you want a pattern interrupt. So your customers are bombarded with distractions more than ever before. As you guys know right now, more content is being consumed than ever before in the history of the world. With a lot of people being stuck at home, working online, working from the computer, or just out of work and either bored, for lack of a better term, because you can't go out and do the things like you wanted to in the same capacity we were able to before. Content is being thrown everywhere. So your customers are bombarded with distractions more than ever before, and you only have 9 seconds to live. So this is a common saying that we use in video marketing that applies to all marketing too. In the first 9 seconds, you have to grab someone's attention and you have to sell them on doing what you want them to do next. There's many different ways to do that, but a great way to interrupt their pattern and get their attention is to control their focus. And a great way to change someone's focus is to ask them a question. Why? See what I did there? So because it's pretty much impossible for the brain to ignore. The brain likes questions. Now it wants an answer. It wants to hear what the answer is because a question was asked. Now they have to know. Even if they don't even really care, they heard the question. Now they want to know what the answer is. So that's step one. And the question there, it helps set up part two of the formula, the payoff. So people also need and want to benefit from your messages that you put out there, your digital marketing efforts, your whether that's paid ads, social media posts, videos, emails, text messages. And the trick is to write or narrate these messages about them, not about you, about them, about the person that you're talking to, that you're selling to. So these simple tips will talk more about them than you. So you don't want to just talk about you. You want to give a little insight to kind of give that credibility, but you want to talk more about them. So you want to talk more about their outcome than your stuff. So rather than talking about the stuff you're selling, you want to talk more about them and be relatable. Your message should ultimately be about them and their outcome. So show them what their outcome looks like, then educate them on how to get there. That's the payoff for the customer. So step one, we do a pattern interrupt. We ask them a question. So it gets them to stop what they're doing right now as they're seeing other things, because then they want to stop and they want to find out the answer. Even if it's something they don't even really care about, the brain wants to find the answer to that question. Step two, we talk about them. We make it all about them and not about us, not about our products, not about our services. We make it about them. Then it's time for our step three, our call to action. So every message should have a purpose, and that's to make a sale, to pre-sell or pre-frame an offer, or to generate anticipation for something that's upcoming, or to get them to opt in. Whatever it is that your message is for, ask for it. I know that seems a little odd, but ask it. Ask people to buy your product. Ask people to opt in to your list. Ask people to join your groups and stuff like that. If you just tell people what you want them to do and ask them, there's a good chance that they'll probably do it for you. And if you give them a beneficial reason why and a reason why to do it now, they'll do it. But you have to explain it to them now. So this same three-step formula we just went through has helped me to help others to sell millions of dollars, both online and offline. And this has been brick and mortar stores, restaurants, bars, e-commerce stores, software stores, digital marketing services like website creation, that kind of stuff too. We've helped lawyers, doctors, dentists, all of them get leads and grow their business. So the same three-step formula here has helped me to help others to sell millions of dollars online and offline. And now that you know what to do, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And that's where we introduce under OKNED your very own custom branded Google Chrome extension. So this extension is, you're going to have full customization. You're going to get your fully customized branded Chrome extension, and it'll have its own unique name, icon, logo. Everything will be branded just to you, not to anyone else, to you. You're going to be able to add your own videos to it. You can add your video sequence inside our easy to use portal, and even add a custom banner ad and link for each video so you can drive more sales. So now you can get content out to people, and you can make this extension uniquely yours. So you can add your own links. You can add any links you want to link your page. Your users can quickly and easily find these links inside the software and update. You can update these in real time. So we've had coaches who are signed up to use this and offer this to their people. That's a good example, because you can put in links in order so that they can easily reference. Think of like a table of contents with a book. If you have a coaching program, a mentorship program, or you do any kind of online affiliate market or anything else, you can add your own links in there so people can reference those later, because it's right there in the software, in their face. They click a button, it's all there, easy to reference. Think about, like, again, like a table of contents in a book. It tells you, where to go to find the information you want. You can do that with this extension too, which would be massive, huge, and probably save you a lot of time and customer service and people reaching out to you going, hey, where's this? Where's that? So you can also share or sell. You can either share your software, or you can and give it to people for free as a lead magnet, and just to get in touch to grab that lead, or you can sell it, and it's your fully branded Chrome extension that's for your audience, and you get free advertising space on their web browser. Another amazing feature of this too is you get notifications. So you can schedule and send out your own custom push notifications that your users will see while they're using the internet. So it's free marketing. Once they have your extension installed, it's free marketing. They can see all your videos. They can see all your links. Now, when you put out that push notification, it pops up in the browser. They have to see that. And we'll get into it here in a minute. I'll demonstrate what a push notification is, just in case you guys aren't familiar with it, how it looks and how it works. But you also get to control your growth by providing branded, valuable content. You are building your brand, you're creating more brand awareness, and you're able to drive more sales too. You're grabbing leads because they're getting your extension and they're downloading it and they're using it, and they have to log in and put their information in there to be able to get access to the members portal of the extension. So now you have that lead and you can prioritize and nurture and move on. So again, I started digital marketing when I built my first website in 1996 at the age of 11. By 2003, I had created multiple businesses, from digital marketing to blogs about scrapbooking. For, again, like I mentioned earlier, for brick and mortar stores and restaurants and locations, to e-commerce stores, to just blogs about scrapbooking where I make some money on advertising, all kinds of different stuff. I've done multiple different businesses and a bunch of different industries and niches over 24 years now of doing digital marketing. But up to that point, I had struggled to make them more than just my full-time jobs with part-time incomes. I was still working a 9 to 5 and then still doing my business and working full-time hours, if not more, for a part-time income, and still had to rely on working a 9 to 5 back then. But in mid 2003, I began doing online and offline advertising more to sell my services. And all of my marketing followed the same formula I just gave you, the same 3-step formula. If you guys didn't see it, go back and watch the replay, jump back into live, watch through the beginning where I explain this 3-step formula. It's fantastic. It's simple, and you'll see it used everywhere once you know the formula. So my first big promo was for a bar where we wanted to rebrand the bar and fix its image. With a new name that I came up with and various online and offline promotions, I was determined to take what was a $35,000 a year profit to new record sales. So even though I'd never done anything like this before, even though I'd never used many of these same marketing tools online and offline, I decided to take a gamble. So our competitive prices there stayed the same for the region and the area to not price ourselves out of local clientele. A lot of people will just up their prices and then look, we're making more profits, we're making more sales. Well, that's not accurate nor really a good way to look at it. So I decided to do only text message marketing, a website, and flyers in the bar. And the result? Nearly 800 grand in sales in the first year. Then I decided to do it again for another 12 months using the same exact marketing techniques that we talked about earlier, the 3-step process. And this time we hit $1.5 million worth of sales in only 9 months. So that's over $2.3 million worth of sales that we were able to create in less than 21, selling $2 beers and no food using the same 3 steps that we talked about. So I've now gone on to use this exact same sales formula to bring in millions for clients through digital marketing messages and broadcasts, and now we're giving it to you. So let's talk a little bit more about your own software, your own branded Google Chrome extension that you can sell and keep all the monthly recurring revenue that comes in from it. You can sell memberships and access to it, or you can give it out as a free lead magnet just to be able to push information and sales messages to people. So now we'll talk about the extension. So your extension will look a little bit different than what you're going to see here over the next couple screenshots. So because this is your own custom branded extension, you'll be able to add your own videos, logos, links, all that kind of stuff. So the screenshots you're about to see are just, I have placement holders in there for the links and the videos and the logos, but I'm sure you guys are smart enough to figure out and get the gist of the idea of what it means. So let's go through a little bit of how it's going to look a little bit. Again, it's fully customizable. So you'll look here, this is your logo. We'll go here. And this will be the login screen. So when they first install it, this will be what they see, is they will see your logo at the top. It'll tell them, welcome. And then they'll have a login area or forgot password area. Or if they happen to download it from the Chrome store, but they haven't actually signed up to have access yet, you can direct them to sign up so they can go to that portal, sign up. There'll also be a reset password page in case you forget our passwords. A lot of us have a ton of different passwords, so we all know how that goes. So this is what it'll look like. This is the menu for when they log in and they click the menu button. You'll be able to see useful links, which I've got here in the background. We'll go over those more in a minute. They'll be able to change your password and they'll be able to log out as well. Standard Chrome extension, core stuff. And they'll be able to change your password too, like we talked about right inside the Chrome extension. So this is sort of, again, you're going to personalize it. This is sort of what the home screen will look like. You'll have your logo here. You'll have the video title and a description, and then you'll be able to put your video in right here in the center. Then across the bottom is going to be a banner ad. So that could be your banner ad or it could be our banner ad. It depends on the package you end up purchasing or what you guys want to do with the Chrome extension. You can place your banner ad here. You can update this in real time. And you can do a video sequence with this. So rather than just being the same static video over and over again, or you having to put other videos, let's say you do have it as a training, you can have video 1 that shows them how to do, part 1, and you can have video 2 that shows them part 2. And so video 1 will play, then video 2 will play after they watch video 1, and then video 3 will play after they watch video 1 and 2 and 3, and so on and so forth. So you have all the flexibility. This will be all information that you can put into this yourself, as well as the links menu. So to be able to go into the links and you can have Maybe you have some that are just for content so that they can reference it like we talked about before, like a table of contents. And then maybe you can throw some offers in there too. So let's say you do a couple that are valued content, you know, in some of your offers, and then maybe to make a couple extra bucks, you let somebody else throw a sponsored offer in there too. Maybe it's an affiliate link that for something that you sell as an affiliate commission, or maybe you got somebody that wants to market something, so they just want to go in there and do that themselves. They're able to do that too. So let me check the chat real quick here, look and see if we have any questions, and grab a sip of water. What up, Matthew? Hashtag live. What up, Lance? What up, Brian? Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys missed any of this, again, make sure you go through and watch the replay to see the 3-step formula we use in the beginning that we talked about that makes this massively huge and works for anything besides just this that we're talking about today, right now, the software. So let's talk a little bit about the dashboard. So this will be the back end of your site. This will be how you control all the content that goes out. So when you log in, you'll see a back-end dashboard similar to this, where you'll be able to see how many users you have. You'll be able to turn their accounts on and off. You can erase them. You'll be able to get a bunch of information about it on the back end to be able to add people and take people away. You'll see you can go in and you can manually create people by adding them in with their name and their email address, and then activating their account or suspending their account or deleting it. And then you'll be able to build out your extension. So on your extension, again, you'll be able to create your own name. So that'll be the same name that it shows in the Chrome store when people search for it. Then we're going to have areas for a small logo, a medium logo, large logo, and your primary logo. So depending on which areas they're going to be, we'll have that. And then we have the specs in there as well. And unfortunately, I started to run out of room down here on my little slideshow presentation here for you guys. But you'll come up with a short description and a brief description that will have that information in there too as well. So that you know what the extension is about. And when you submit it to the store, people can see it. And then when they log into it, they can see it as well. Then you'll also see a spot where you can add your own useful links. So these links will be in the backend that you can add. This is where we showed before in the extension where you can add your links, whether it's useful content, whether it's affiliate offers, whether it is sponsored offers. Maybe you allow other people to, you'll go ahead and further link up there to help promote them or something along those lines as well. So you'll see the link dashboard where you can add your links, you can update them and change them, or you can delete them and you can add more. And this will all be pushed live real time. So here's where we're talking about. You'll have your logo. Again, this is just a placeholder, just threw together to show you guys an example of what it'll look like. Yours will look like you want it to look like because it's your own custom branded build out a Chrome extension. So you will see that you can build out your links and you can change them, and then they'll show up live immediately in your extension. They'll be pushed live there. So anybody who has the extension on, it'll be in there and showing. What up, John? Didn't mention huge SEO boost because Google domain and the extension, they prefer their own domain. SEO boost because it is a Google domain as an extension and they prefer that than their own domain. Yes, when you have for SEO purposes, and I apologize, I should have mentioned that too, because that's what I did for the first 20 years. Google loves, if any of you guys do any kind of digital marketing, any kind of link building, website building, all that kind of stuff, you will know that Google loves links back to your site, and that's how they rank your site. Your extension is technically a Google domain is how it looks at it, and it gets pushed. Those links then will be pushed to your website. So when they get followed, they'll get followed there from your Google Chrome extension. In addition to also inside the Chrome marketplace, when you have your extension published and it's live and it's in there, you will have links from Google to your website. So this carry massive weight and authority and metrics and everything else because they're coming from Google themselves. So who do you think Google loves more than Google? Nobody. They love Google. So having those opportunities to have those links are huge for SEO purposes too. In addition to creating the list, like I said, and building out your audience, I think that is just massive and that is huge. That I think is the number one part of this that is going to be good for any industry, any brand, any niche. So again, yours will look a little bit different because you'll be able to put your own content in there, your own links, your own offers. And then we'll have a video dashboard too. Where you'll be able to add your video titles, video links, a short little video description. You'll be able to add a banner if you want, and banner links as well. And then you'll be able to come in and you can edit and you can see everything where you have your short description, your longer description, your videos and useful links that you have all on there. You'll be able to see all that in one live dashboard. Then you too will see, so this is just an example I threw in of a banner with a link. It'll have time that's created, so you can deactivate that banner or you can add it. Now there's going to be 2 different versions of this extension we release. You'll be able to customize each one of the extensions like we talked about with your own videos and content and stuff like that. But we'll have 2 different versions of the extension you can buy. You can purchase one for a lower price where we have the footer banner ad that goes across that we showed you earlier in the extension, or you can pay a little bit more and you can have it so that we remove that banner and then you can put your own banner in there and your own ad and everything else. The reason we did that is it kind of helps you guys cut the cost down a little bit if you want, and it gives us another opportunity to market. So we're almost rewarding you by being able to put our own banner in your footer that way too. Still your extension, all the rest of the content and everything else is yours. But if you go with the lower plan, you won't be able to remove that banner. So that's an example of a banner. And then let's talk about webhooks. Some of you guys might not be familiar with what Zapier is, or there's a couple other tools out there like it too, or necessarily how to use a webhook. A webhook, it helps you automate in the back end. You'll see where you can create users, suspend users, unsuspend users, and delete them. I blocked out this information so you guys can't see it. And same thing with this webhook. It's not real. It doesn't exist. So don't try using it. I mean, you'll probably just throw out all kinds of errors. But a webhook, you're able to connect so that, let's say somebody buys your product. So somebody comes on and they purchase your product and they buy this extension, right? Where they sign in, maybe through an opt-in form, or they buy another product and you give them this extension as a bonus, or they just straight up go to a sales page and buy this. You want a way that you don't have to go in and manually add each account after time, after time, after time. Or if somebody's payment doesn't go through, they get suspended. You want to stop their account so they don't have access to it until that payment does go through and get rectified. Or if they cancel, you want the ability to be able to delete them so they no longer have access to this, just like you would any other product. Our webhooks with our APIs allows you to go in and automate that process. So now somebody goes and they fill out that form. With the webhook, it will trigger and it'll send a message to your dashboard that says, hey, create this account for this person. And then that account's created. And so you can then, the next step would be it sends them an email automatically. You can have them set that up. On your end, it doesn't come out through this dashboard, but on your end, that can be the next step. And then it's all done. So now you have people buying, their accounts created, or you give it away, either way, whatever. So you have somebody buy your extension, they fill out a form or whatever, you get their information. You can use a webhook to put it inside your dashboard so you don't have to go in there manually. You can activate their account. Now they can download the software, log in, and they're done. Now they can use it however they want, and you don't have to mess around with it at all. Now let's say it is an extension you're selling and their payment doesn't go through. Same thing. You can have it where it monitors. If a payment doesn't go through and this action gets triggered, your webhook will say, hey, we need to suspend this account until this payment goes through. And then it'll be suspended. Then when their payment goes through, it'll go ahead and trigger it and it'll reactivate the plugin for them. So you, again, don't have to do all that work manually or hire VAs to get in there and do that and worry about them accessing information or stealing your leads and stuff like that too. And same thing if they cancel. They go in and they cancel, it'll trigger and it'll tell it, hey, erase their access completely. So you can do all of that manually here in the dashboard like we talked about, but you can also do that through a webhook and through this API. This next feature is one of my favorite features about this, and this is scheduling a broadcast or a push notification. So I'm sure you guys are all familiar with push notifications. This is where you get a little box pop up in your browser while you're browsing around Facebook or looking at cat videos on YouTube, whatever. And it just pops up a little notification and it says something, maybe there's an image or a link or whatever. With our software here in the backend, you can actually schedule out your very own broadcasts and push notifications. You can add it and edit the time. You can label them, add content, and a link. So I'll show you just an example what it looks like here. But if you think about the power of sending out a broadcast, here's an example of a scheduled broadcast. If you look at what it takes, if they send out a broadcast and a push notification, it has to show up in the browser. We'll show you what that looks like here on this next screen. If you look down here to the bottom right, this is an example of a push notification. Granted, it may look a little bit different depending on the type of browser they're using, but as long as they're using a Chromium browser, Chrome, Opera, there's a couple other different ones that are Chrome, anything you can install Chrome extension in, they will get this notification and they will see this push notification. The only way to close it is they close. So anybody who has your extension installed will be able to see this. Now, if they block notifications, which we'll show you here on the next screen, they could go in and they can turn off notifications independently on their own browser. So if they block them on their own browser, then there's nothing we can do because it can't be compliant. If they uninstall the extension, then they're not going to get that push notification either as well. But the nice thing is with this, let's say they're not online when you schedule this to go out or you push this broadcast or push notification out. If they're not online, the next time that they open up their browser and they're connected to internet, the next time they open up their Chrome browser, this notification will pop up for them. So they can't miss your message because it pops up on the screen and they have to tell it to close in order to get it to go away. You can have a link in there that they can click to, or maybe you just even send out something that's not even salesy, but you just send out this push notification that says, whoop, I went too far. Maybe you just send out this push notification that says, hey, we updated our videos. And then they go up to the Chrome extension in the top and they see, hey, we updated the videos. And so then they see your new content or they got new links or anything like that and to check out and stay up to date and current with what you have going on. So again, they can go into their notification settings. You guys have seen it. It's the little gear that pops up there with the Chrome extension, and they can change their notifications of what ones can allow them to send or not. So I can't control that. I apologize. We can't force the hand on that. If they do that, they do that, and that's kind of out of our control. So this is OKNet. It's community software. This is software we partnered up with so that you guys can get your own Google Chrome extension. So normally to get your own custom Google Chrome extension, the cost would start at 2,000 plus. We have full-time developers in-house that maintain and build and develop our software month after month, make sure everything's working, make sure everything's going and runs correctly. So this isn't a one-off. We build the software and we abandon it. But for the COVID-19 relief assistance, we are going to offer it at a pre-launch discount to help people out. So the software will go live about November 1st. So we got, what is that, a week and a half from now, roughly? Maybe a little over a week and a half. But we're offering this pre-launch. So buy it before you can get it type of deal. And you'll be able to grab this extension for a monthly payment of $97 that has our footer in the ad, like we talked about, or $197 where we remove that footer in the ad. Now that's a monthly payment that you pay month after month after month. Or you can have it for a one-time payment of $497 with our footer ad, or $997 without our footer ad. We'll remove it. You can use your own footer ad and your own banner. However, there is a catch, sort of. So when we built this out, and I'll give you guys the link here in a minute, and we'll talk about it more, the price is set on an ascending invoice. Every time someone buys, the price will go up. So for example, I said that the price for the lifetime deal without the ad, without the banner across the bottom, and you can put your own ad or banner across the bottom, starts at $997. When somebody buys it, that's the price for the first person. When somebody buys it, now the price goes up to $100 to $1097. The next person buys it $1197. So the price goes up every single time someone buys it. We're only doing 5 of these, which I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But I just wanted to explain what an ascending invoice is, which is actually another one of our softwares, which is fantastic. It's called Invoicing You. If you guys want to check it out, it's by far is the best invoicing software on the market. Works for online, offline businesses, services. It's fantastic. Has some great features such as this ascending invoice. So every time somebody buys, the price goes up. It's a fantastic way to incentivize people for being first or second or early on adapters, so to speak. So the price is set on that ascending invoice. So every time someone buys, the price will go up. And for our pre-launch here, we are only releasing 5 licenses for each package. This means that there are only 20 licenses total available. Now, we already did this earlier, and we released 10 to our very early adapters, and those specials are already sold out, and they're gone. They paid an even smaller one-time lifetime fee. The price is only going to go up from here. So we're only releasing 5 licenses in each one of our packages. So that's the monthlies, where our footer or not, and then also the lifetime deal, which is having the banner in the footer or not. So we've set this up to start out today, and the price will continue to grow as people sign up. So make sure you claim your spot before the price goes up, and while you can still save hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds or thousands of dollars. So this is OKNet's community-owned software. This is your Google Chrome extension. Limited spots are available, and I will get the links dropped in here in just a second. Let me switch over and close out of my presentation. You guys will see too, by the way, that our prices on our retail site are already listed higher. So the extension is going to go live on November 1st. So we already have our extension in here. The video I'm recording right now is actually the video that's going to go in here. And we have some more information about this. And then you can see the prices already are going to go up. If you want it monthly for a banner, it's already $200 a month. If you want it without the banner, it's going to be $397 a month. If you want to do a one-time lifetime deal, it's going to be $19.97. These are the licenses we're showing on retail. The links I'm going to give you are going to be quicker, cheaper. So you guys can definitely go in, log in, and check it out. You can go to okned.com/Chrome. And I need to put that in the chat. So let me do that for you guys now. But why we do that, I want to talk to you a little bit more about what it means to have your own extension. So okned.com/Chrome. So by having your own extension, some people will say, do you really need your own extension? The answer is yes. You will want to get your very own Chrome extension because it'll be yours. No one else will have it. It's not a shared extension that many people have. It's your very own Google Chrome extension branded to you. And so that the only people that can see it in the Chrome store is yours, your brand, your link. They have to sign up with you to get it. So people ask too, how hard is it to update your content? We showed you in the back end there. It's literally a couple clicks of a button. You can send out a push notification. You can add your videos. You can add your links, and it updates live in the browser, anybody's browser, wherever they are. They have Chrome or Chrome version installed, and so they have this Chrome extension installed. It'll work anywhere in any of those. People say, can I use this to sell different things? Absolutely, you sure can. You can sell a different item every week. If you want to, you can use the link page to sell multiple things. If you wish, you can use push notification system like we talked about to send out those blasts and those push notifications in the bottom corner that people have to see, and they have to literally take their time to click it to close it. And you can sell anything you want. So you can sell things that way. Another question people had is, will this work for my niche? Absolutely. So we decided to build this full-featured platform because we realized that it would be useful for nearly every niche in affiliate marketing, digital marketing, online businesses, offline businesses, everything else. So affiliate marketers can use this to drive affiliate sales. Realtors can use this to educate potential leads on how to prep their house to sell quickly in the market or showcase new listings in their market. Dentists can use this to educate their patrons and get them back into the office. Fresh state of mind. You send them informational videos, or maybe like they did a news story and they were featured somewhere. They want to send that content out and let people know. Even lawn care professionals could use this to educate their clients about lawn care and how to sell those services. Dog walkers could use this. Basically, everyone benefits from having their own personal branding and providing value and increased exposure, delivering branded content, and being able to own a space of someone's web browser, being there in their extensions that pops up, having those notifications that pop up that they have to see, that they have to interact with, is just huge for any business. It's the most used thing on the computer is a web browser. And now you have access to be in that all the time. So will this work for you in your niche? Yes, unless you're lazy. Lazy people shouldn't buy this, because if you don't do any work and you don't put anything in there, nobody's going to see it and it'll just go dormant and disappear. And so does having your own Chrome extension really help you? Absolutely. Of course, you will have your very own software app that's available in the Chrome store. We talked about the SEO aspect of it, by having these backlinks that point to your website from Google. It's a Google domain. Having that power, that link juice, that authority, if you guys know what that is at all, that alone that alone makes it worth the investment, because it's such a strong link. But with this extension, you're able again to collect leads, create your brand, promote your brand. You can deliver valuable content and even drive sales. With the ability to send out push notifications while people are surfing the internet, that's almost better than even like text message marketing. And most texts are read within 3 minutes by 98% of people. There's an average engagement rate of over 20%. So you get a lot of people that engage with those. Um, but the push notification, it's right there. It's in their face. They have to use it. So I highly recommend you jump in, you take advantage of this opportunity. Again, it's limited to 5 spots for each one of the licenses that we're going to offer out to people when we go live on November 1st or that first week of November. It's kind of going to depend on Google when they allow it to be published, but our goal is November 1st. We should have it in there before. Hopefully it'll be live before. You'll be able to get in there, be able to set them all up. I'll get some demo videos together for you guys, maybe like how to do the sizes of the images, how to do the videos that you want to throw in there, the links, all that kind of stuff. It's super simple. If you guys can send an email, if you can chat on Facebook, you'll be able to maintain, manage, and update your own Chrome extension. So with that being said, let me check the chat real quick for any more questions we may have out here. I want to thank you guys all for jumping in and watching. Gilbert, Bob, Mike, thank you guys for hanging out with us. #live. Heck yeah, Matthew, thanks for jumping in. My buddy John Vaughn, thank you very much. Yeah, he's a local barber could even use this to rank for their keywords, because if they have their own Chrome extension, they get that pointed to their website. That power that comes through is just absolutely massive. You can't get a better link than when you have essentially Google endorsing you. So little SEO lessons, which is search engine optimization. For those of you guys who don't know, a backlink to your website, so any link that points to your website, has some value. And the way search engines look at it, it's kind of like a vote. So without getting political, it's kind of like a vote. So you would think the website that has the most votes wins. Well, it's kind of like our election system. Again, we're not going to get political with this. Don't leave any comments. I will erase them about politics in that aspect. But it's kind of like a vote. So votes are weighted differently. So almost like our electoral college. So search engines such as Google look at different votes being tailored differently. So some carry more weight than others. So the way they look at it is a link from Facebook. Anybody can post those links on there. So it carries some weight. It carries what they call social signal. So that's good, not 100% necessary, doesn't carry a ton of weight. But if you have a link from, let's say, Yelp, or you have a link from any of these citation directories and stuff like that, those are fantastic. Those are great because they show that you're reliable and that you're there. So a lot of people will just go out and they'll build 1,000 links or 1,000,000 links or 100,000 links, whatever, thinking that, oh, I have all these votes to my website. That's great. It'll help me in the ranks. Well, no, Google doesn't look, and the other search engines don't look at every single one of those links as a vote for you. Like, yes, for sure, this is a good thing. We're endorsing you as a candidate to show in the search engine. Google looks at where those links are coming from. So you have to think too, if Google's looking at where those links coming from and they weight each one differently, where do you think Google is going to rank links you have coming from google.com? Huge. And I'm not talking about in the search engine. In the search engine, when you actually do a search and your website comes up, that doesn't count as a backlink. A backlink is on a property or a website, so digital marketing property, digital real estate, that comes from Google. A link from Google to your website is massive. It will help you get #1 rankings. It'll help you maintain that up there in the rankings without having to do a ton of SEO, because Google loves themselves. They love Google just like everybody else. We all love ourselves, right? So by having your own Chrome extension too, just that small benefit too of having a link from Google to your own website is just absolutely massive. So you'll be able to have that in the Chrome store. When you look in Chrome store, you'll see there's links for like support, there's links to your homepage and that kind of stuff too, where they can buy it, all those kind of things. So thank you guys for jumping in on the live. Gilbert's right, man. This is fire software for sure. This is huge to have your own extension and be able to send out your own custom branded, collect the leads, build the brand, send out push notifications for marketing is absolutely massive. Thank you, Lauren, for jumping in. She said she's going to check out the replay. Thank you, Anthony, too. Thank you guys all for tuning in and looking at this. Definitely go back if you guys are just jumping in or you jumped in late. Definitely go back and watch the beginning of this video. I drop it's a 3-step formula to marketing that is massive and huge. Even if you don't want to buy software from me, that's great. That's fine. It's cool. There's plenty of people out there who will. Definitely check it out. Take the time. Go back to the beginning of this video, this live, and check out the 3-step formula I have. It's great, valuable information. Once you go through that and you see that and you look around at marketing in general, all of a sudden your mind will blow. You'll see everybody's doing it. It's working and why it's working and why it's so simple. The 3 steps to marketing that's so simple, and you'll love it. So thanks again for jumping on and checking it out. Thanks, LR. Thanks, Scott, or I taught a putty tat. Thanks, Gilbert. Thanks, Chris. Thank you guys all for jumping in. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. Feel free to shoot me a PM. We'll talk about it again. The demo or it should go live here in just under 2 weeks. We're only doing this offer for the first 5 people. Then once it's gone, it's gone. Then it'll go to the regular price. And as soon as we have it live in the Chrome store, then I'll start doing some demo videos too, and the price will go up as well. So check it out. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. Again, make sure you definitely go back there and watch the replay. If you're just joining in, you'll find those 3-step formula to marketing in the beginning is just massive value. I mean, that alone is worth thousands of dollars because it could change the dynamic of your business and be worth thousands of dollars. So thank you guys today for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Peace.